When Miz won the WWE Championship at the end of Elimination Chamber with an assist from Bobby Lashley, the hate for the outcome was real. The hate on Miz from fans was amazing. I didn't know that many people hated the guy. At first, I thought the hate was undeserved, because if anyone deserved to win the title, it's The Miz. The decision was long overdue, and the hate he received online made me feel sorry for him. Then I realized I wasn't supposed to sympathize with him. Instead, I should have reacted exactly how the haters did. Why? The answer to that is simple, because Miz is a heel, and bad guys in wrestling don't deserve our admiration. For the first time in a while, a heel got some actual heat from the fans. But why after so long? Well, I believe wrestling fans are killing the art of being a heel. In my opinion, there are very few heels left in WWE today. Randy Orton, Baron Corbin, and The Miz are the last of a dying breed in my eyes. What I mean by this is these men are the very few superstars who can get the fans to really hate their guts. Look at Baron Corbin, for example. I absolutely hate the guy, and I don't know why, but I just don't like him. And I know I'm not the only one who feels like this about him. In his feud with Edge last year, Randy executed a masterclass in the art of being heel. Randy is one of those guys who people respect and admire for his body of work over the years. But when he smashed Edge's neck between two steel chairs, he was the scum of the earth and didn't deserve the crowd's cheers. Growing up a WWE fan, watching it every chance I got, I had my favorite superstars at the time, and some who I just didn't like at all. And Miz was one of those. I completely hated The Miz, especially from 2009 to 2011. In that period, he was a super heel. I hated him more because he had his own fanboy and cheerleader on commentary in Michael Cole. To this day, I still don't like Michael Cole, although I respect his work for WWE and believe he'll surely be in the Hall of Fame one day. Miz is underrated for his heel work throughout his career in WWE. It wasn't until SmackDown Live 2016, one of the best eras for the Blue Brand, that I recognized just how good Miz was. That was peak Miz. And had he won the title at that time, I don't think fans would have hated it as much, but I like that he made the Intercontinental title just as relevant as the bigger titles. When he won at the Chamber, I feel like people hated that he won, but the actual heat was directed at WWE for actually making Miz champion. And this is the problem with modern day wrestling fans. We've become bookers and promoters in our minds, when that's not really our place. It's all fine for us to express our happiness when our favorite wrestler wins a title, or our displeasure when our least favorite superstar cheats to win. But the important thing is we react accordingly, like fans. Instead, we direct our hate to the people in the back writing the shows, because most of us are aware that these people hold the fates of all the superstars in their hands. This affects how we view and react to many superstars today. It's why in the past decade, more and more heels have been cheered and babyfaces booed out the building. Heels in WWE are dead, and they died when John Cena faced Triple H at WrestleMania. That match changed the very fabric of WWE and the crucial heel babyface dynamic. The older audience who had just experienced the end of the Attitude Era watched some fresh talent come into the company and usher in a brand new era. Soon enough, John Cena was chosen as the leader and the face of this new era. Initially, fans accepted Cena as the top guy, but they quickly turned on him the stronger he was booked. The company's top babyface was hated by a large portion of the audience, and he had to fight the game Triple H. Leading up to the match, many fans actually wanted Cena to lose. They yearned for Cena's loss. That means technically Cena was the heel. This would be a recurring phenomenon through much of Cena's career, especially during his iconic rivalry with CM Punk. Whoever went up against Cena was the fan favorite, and automatically that would make Cena's opponents babyfaces. It's a weird thing that persists to this day. If fans don't like a certain wrestler because they're not booked how they want them to be booked, fans turn on the wrestler, especially when they're good guys. Whatever opponent, who's usually heel, faces the wrestler, strangely becomes the good guy who fans get behind. If you don't think what I'm saying is accurate, I want you to ask yourself a question as you're watching this. How do you feel about Bobby Lashley now that he's won the WWE Championship for the first time in 16 years? My guess would be you're happy for him and feel that he deserves it after putting in the work for over a decade. Let me remind you that Bobby Lashley is part of a heel faction known as the Hurt Business. Guys who walked around backstage and bullied innocent WWE employees. Guys who beat Cedric Alexander every week until he joined them. Guys who were in the business of making money and nothing else. They wouldn't care if you cheered them because cheers and adulation from fans don't pay for their custom-made suits. Think about this. Why would you be happy for a guy like Bobby? Well, because heels are dead and the fans pulled the trigger. This is Ring Banter. I'm Kat the African Mug. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'd like to hear your personal opinion, so share what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. Join the Banter Nation. Let's grow this channel together. My next video is about why I think thigh slaps are dumb. Yep. As always, peace.